Carl, the Steelers are on a bye this week, but Juju Smith-Schuster knows how to spend his time off. Take a look at this.
Yo, we at the dog park, man, Pittsburgh, South Side. And my dog, Bougie. And, we finna go on this, it's like 5 dogs over there. Gotta get Bougie right. Hey, Bougie. Hey, look, when you go in there, you gotta find the baddest chick. When you find the baddest chick, you gotta holler at her. After you holler at her, you gotta make sure you let the other dogs know you run this park. Yo, I know you're a small dog, but you're a big dog today. Big dog, big dogs. Big dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3, big dog.
That's cute. Bougie has 156,000 followers on Instagram.
I did not know that, but that means now there's a little French pool Jenna's jealous of. See, you don't like dogs.
But I'm just telling you, man, my wife, man, that dog, she's into these little bulldogs, and especially that color. Like, man, it's out of these dogs, man. It's like...
I have a little miniature schnauzer.
I'm afraid I'm going to come home and Bougie's going to be in my house.
That's the modern family dog.
Yeah.
I have a little miniature schnauzer at my house. This dog's 13 years old, weighs 14 pounds. Man, C be cursing at my dog. I'm not about that. He talks to the dog, you better get away from me. I'm not about that. But the little dog's just trying to curl up next to him. He don't play it. Doesn't like dogs. Scared of dogs. Dogs, spaceships.
And hide and go seek.
Hide and go seek due to the spaceships.
Yeah.
It's going through your fears.
Yeah, me and you, the picture of a modern family. No problem. Check it out.
Asses from Spurgeon Wynn.
Can I just take a moment to welcome Nick Wright to Instagram, everybody out there?
Oh.
If you're into it.
Yeah. I'm on the gram now.
We love it. Please
I don't have my password yet, but I'm going to be on there.
I got a little upset for a split second when I thought you hadn't followed me, but now I know you. I see you have. Time for stories.
If I have, it wasn't my call.
Obviously. Sponsored by Gillette Clear Gel. David Price got his first career postseason win as a starter last night. Boston took down the Astros 4-1 in the game. They took them down 4-1 in the series. That little kid's big happy. They'll either take on the Dodgers or the Brewers in the World Series. Nick, how impressive have the Red Sox been this season?
Hold on 1 second. Unfollow. All right, listen. The Red Sox winning all three.
I told you, Jenna, he's a jerk.
He's a national treasure.
Winning all 3 in Houston is something I didn't think was
Very
possible.
impressive.
They're 5-0 on the road this postseason. I know they won 108 games. I tried to give them credit for that all year long. I thought the Astros were the best team in baseball, despite them only winning 103. Sweeping the road part of this series after sweeping the road part of the Yankees series as well. I mean, that makes the Red Sox favorites no matter who they play in the World Series.
Jen and I were concerned, would they reach their potential? After having that tremendous regular season, we know that the Yankees winning 100 games, like, would they upset them? Would they get to the World Series? Would they be a World Series champ? Because this is the type of iconic team that deserves to be in the World Series. They got paid out by that tremendous road record. World Series should be very exciting.
And shout out to David Price.
Oh,
he had never won a playoff game as a starter. Got it done last night.
Yeah, I'm glad Boston didn't dump him like Jenna dumped her.
Come on.
He dumped her. How'd it work?
Let's not talk about him anymore.
Thursday night football. Von Miller promised us a good old-fashioned butt whooping right before prom. Sorry, it's getting me all crazy now. He delivered. Boy, that Denver defense picking off Josh Rosen 3 times, bringing 2 of them back for points. Also had 6 sacks, recovered 2 fumbles. Broncos win big over the Cardinals, 45-10. See, was this more about that great Broncos defense or an inept Cardinals offense?
Well, it's hard to not watch this game and talk about both. Von Miller, man, he's put it out there. All right, we go on to Arizona and kick State on a short week after being embarrassed the last couple weeks. Much respect to that. But you got to talk about this awful offense. In the last 20 years in the NFL, hadn't been offenses that have performed as bad as this one. Averaging 220 yards in the easiest day it is to throw and run the football. Man, that right there is an indictment on whoever's calling their plays.
Right. Rosen needs to play better, but Mike McCoy needs to coordinate better.
He needs some help.
You do have David Johnson. Maybe run him to the outside once in a while. You still have Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Ricky Seals-Jones. Like, you've got to be better offensively. And last year, Mike McCoy was fired during the season. The Tampa Bay Bucs opened firing season up by moving on from their defensive coordinator. We said yesterday that if the Broncos lost, Vance Joseph could be on the hot seat. I think in Arizona, their offensive coordinator, Mike McCoy's on the hot seat.
All right, 2 NFC Three playoff teams from last year squaring off on Sunday. Panthers and Eagles, all eyes on Cam Newton and Carson Wentz, with Cam calling it a great matchup. So, CC, what are you looking for in Sunday's game on Fox?
It is a great matchup. Before the season, we think these teams could match up in the playoffs. So that's the kind of expectations in both locker rooms. Carson Wentz, he's grown his game the last couple weeks. You can see he's getting more comfortable. Doug Peterson's doing a couple things from an offensive standpoint, but how does he create a running game? You got to support Carson Wentz in that big offensive line by running the football, see if they can run it against Carolina. This defense hadn't been as good in 18 as defenses we've seen there before.
If Philly wins this game, we're going to say, okay, they had the struggles early in the year. Carson wasn't there. Carson wasn't fully healthy. Now they're back to being the Eagles. If they lose, we're just going to say, oh, last Thursday was about the Giants being terrible. Eagles still had major issues. So, huge game for Philadelphia and for Carolina. 3-1 start, the bye. Then they come out flat last week. Big game for them as well. I think this is the biggest game in the NFL this weekend, aside from the one we're about to talk about.
All right, here it is. The 4-2 Bengals traveling into Arrowhead to take on the 5-1 Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City putting up nearly 36 points per game, while the Bengals defense ranked 29th in the NFL, giving up 409 yards per game. CC, how can the Bengals try and slow down the Chiefs on Sunday?
Well, you got to try to have some type of ball control. But